Hey, what? How do I don't, what do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands? Anyway, welcome back, everybody. What up? So, you're not going to believe this. Well, maybe some of you will. But we got new camera. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but does the audio sound a little bit better? Does the audio sound just a little bit more crispy? I think I fixed the audio. I think I fixed the audio. It sounds the exact same. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Sounds the same. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. All right. Well, that's all for today, guys. I'll see you guys later. Wait a minute. You need to change the video resolution. The current resolution is blah, 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 which is not supported for this configuration. What does that mean? The expected video resolution is 1080. Wait, are they saying I cannot stream in 4K? What's up with that? You can't stream in 4K? What? Now look, here's the thing. The lighting is still a little off. Okay, I'm just gonna pull the band-aid off. We're gonna it's a little odd. I know. It's gonna take some getting used to, but also I have to still figure out the camera a little bit more. Like there's shit that we don't have figured out here. But what? I can't stream in 4K? Is that a real thing? In for YouTube? I swear to God, I thought you could stream in 4K. Yeah, exactly. More Josh thighs. Exactly. If you're really good, maybe you'll get both. Yeah. You can stream in 4K. Okay, so I obviously did something wrong then on the back end. But we could try to figure it out. Yeah. Now look, again, I think the color, dude, the color stuff is so weird for this one. So here, I'll show you what I mean. If I adjust some of the lights in here, I think I can, I guess, bring that up a little bit there. It should like, there's a way to lock. Why is it getting darker? It's like compensating for the light. Something's wrong. It shouldn't be like that. We're gonna figure it out. It's gonna take me a little bit. I thought I had it more dialed in than this. But we'll figure it out. So first things first, is it not is the stream like choppy? Do I need to restart this stream? Because it says here you need to change the video resolution. The current resolution is blah blah blah, which is not supported for this configuration. What does that mean, this configuration? Maybe there's something I need to do on the back end to enable 4K streaming? Is that what it is? Is that it? I don't know. Maybe we'll look into it later, I guess. As long as it's not, like, unwatchable. Is it glitching for you guys or what? Should probably be fine. Right? We'll just fix it for tomorrow or whatever. Did I plug in the camera? I did plug in the camera. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Look, we're going to do some tweaking here. This is what this shot will look like here. And we do have some stuff to talk about today. And I did fix the audio, too. Some of you are like, oh, it sounds exactly the same. No. I can tell. Your audio and video isn't synced. Is that true? Dang, that's not good. What, is it off, really? Or is it just you? Is the audio unsynced, guys? Can you put your picture on the right side? I mean, I guess I could. It's off? Unsynced? Slightly, yes. Nah, it's good. No issues here. Yeah, a bit. All right. Well, you know what? Maybe Let me see something here. So, maybe the FPSs are off a little bit. The syncing is off. Okay, cool. Some people are saying if you refresh, it's good, but the syncing is off. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Well, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's go to this screen and see if it's unsynced. Which, like, again, dude, I swear to God, and this is just technology, but I swear to God, 5 minutes ago, I had this shit dialed in better. The color, I don't know what's up with the color. Like, it's doing some weird thing with the color. Shouldn't be this dark in here either. Should be better exposure, but we'll tweak it. We'll figure it out. Is it synced? It's not synced. It sounds synced on my end, dude. Really? Slightly unsynced. Now is your chance to switch to OBS and you failed. Fuck that. Fuck that. Maybe the bitrate. Could be the bitrate, but the bitrate on this is really high. Like, this thing's rocking. So, I don't know what it is. Should I try to restart the stream? Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. I kind of want to... I should probably restart the stream, guys. Try to tweak it, figure it out. No, they're lying. Camera looks crispy. I just feel like, because of the clips, you just buffered? The hell? Ever so slightly. I guess I could edit it for the clips. But I don't like this color thing either. I don't know like what's going on with this color here. Like, I'm dead ass. This was like it looks so dark. It's so fucking dark. I have lights on in here. You know what? I could try something. Let me try something. If I go like this. It's gonna get darker for a second. Hang on. And then let's jack that up. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, it's clearly something in the camera because it's like hella bright in here and it's not showing it. That is crazy. That feels right. Ah, fuck. All right, I'm gonna put it back. Sorry. Ah! Now I'm all blown out. Ah! Yeah, I don't know, man. That is crazy. All right. Anyway, pull that way back. Yeah, right there. Yeah, I thought I had all this testing done, but yeah, no. I guess alas, here we are. We'll fix it, man. This is just the first day with all the new shit. We'll get it tweaked. We'll get it fixed. Don't worry about it. Now it looks dark. I know. It was better when you had the light over. Here, you know what? I don't like that one being that light either. That doesn't look too bad. Look, we're gonna figure it out. You need a new arm thing. It's blocking your helmet. It is kind of blocking the Doctor Doom helmet there. That kind of sucks. Josh first the internet and the net one. I know, right? Every goddamn day. Okay. Well, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to hang out for a little bit and try to do a stream here? I obviously need to fix this shit, but we could talk some shit. We could talk some shit for a little bit if you want. We want it all. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Fix it live. Well, I don't think I can fix it live, actually. Because, I'd have to change the settings on the streaming stuff and on YouTube, and I can't do that while it's going. Can't do it while it's going, you know? Oh, I see. It's really going on here. Short stream day, haircut, leaving early. Got it. Yeah, something like that. Give it to us. There's nothing to fix. Okay, well, let's just fucking stream then. Let's just fucking stream. Anyway, I did fix the audio too. I know. Some of you are like, it's not the same. No, it's better. And I also figured out what was happening to it. You're supposed to have 48 volts going to the mic. I had double that. This thing was getting so much phantom power that I had to have it like on the lowest possible setting. And then every time I'd like, it was like, anyway. So how you guys doing? Did you guys miss me? What's going on? Can we talk about Warhammer? Absolutely. You know, yesterday was Adam's birthday, so shout out to Adam. Happy birthday, Adam. And you know, yesterday I was supposed to do a Warhammer segment on stream for Adam specifically to like celebrate his birthday. And yeah, we didn't do that because you guys triggered the fuck out of me on the Discord. I can't believe how much fighting there is when it comes to Superman and Fantastic Four. My God. But anyway, we'll get into that. We are going to talk about a little Warhammer today, though, for Adam. And we're also going to talk about the Fantastic Four. You know what? I need to do a thing real quick, guys. Real quick. Give me 1 second. And we're going to stream, but give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Maybe it's the mic. Maybe the mic is a little jacked up, huh? So which one's is it the audio is a bit delayed or the video is a bit delayed? Which one's first? Which one do I need to like change? Put us in the Phantom Zone. You motherfuckers are going. You're going. Cool new look. Put a rim light off the screen to Galactus right and give your frame lighting. Also, the lights in the glass case. Those small changes would really elevate the new look. Damn. Very detailed, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. No, you're not wrong. What's the rim light off Galactus? Like get a little lighting on Big G? Because for a second there, I thought you were thinking of a ring light behind him, almost like it was a teleporter. That would be kind of dope. Make it look like a portal. Boom! Opening or whatever. The video is about 3 seconds behind the audio. So the audio is coming in first. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can. I'll try to fix it right now. I don't think it's not going to let me. God damn it. I can't change it on here. Maybe I can change it here. Okay, so let's go maybe like this. Is that better? Did we fix it? Are we good? Did we fix it? Bro, this 4K camera making you look like a real streamer. Much love, as always, Josh. Nerd Avengers for life. No? Oh, appreciate you. Thank you, man. Let me see here. A couple of other shitty chats. Leon says, 28 months, baby. It'll probably be my last since I haven't been watching streams lately, but I'll do my best to jump in sometimes. Hey, all good, man. I appreciate you. Life takes us in different places. but you'll always have a place in the tower. Thank you. Patrick says, do we think A28 Latveria is the result of another country merging with Sokovia? Doom doesn't exist in 616. Or does he? So, Sokovia remained and could explain the cultural, physical attraction between Doom and Wanda. Maybe, yeah. I mean, I like where your head's at. Certainly, I think that's some. Those are some cool ideas. Maybe. I'm kind of leaning more into this idea that there's no Doom in 616, and that's actually because he is removed from it and put into this other reality. So like comic accurate Doom is sort of like removed, but maybe like Doom still has to exist as a variant in that universe. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, it's interesting, huh? Appreciate you. Zach says, I'm not sure what to do with my hands, so here's $10. I am loving the discussions about DC and Marvel. Really? I mean, that's cool. It takes me back to the days of the comic shop debates. Much love, Josh. And my fellow nerds. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. What do you guys think? Do you think it's healthy, this discourse? Do you think it's all good? Am I just sick of the internet? Or is the internet ridiculous? DJ Pad says, brothers... Oh, we already read that. Sir Olivio, sorry. Superman was a cartoon inside from your childhood come to life, while the Fantastic Four was a serious graphic novel come to life. Yeah, I feel similarly. Look, at the end of the day, I think we're at a place where a lot of folks want to, debate the Superman versus Fantastic Four thing. Do you guys, like, should we just go to the polls? I guess let's just go to the polls. Which is better? Fantastic Four or Superman? Fantastic Four. Which is better? No third option? Well, the third option is Warhammer is better, but we all know that. Top of the morning, Nerd Adventure says, Kalen, bro, you look crispy AF. Let's get Doomsday sweaty. Well, we're not quite there with this setup. Yeah, that's a HeroClix Galactus. Yeah, somebody in chat. Yeah, that's my boy. But we gotta fix the camera. We're not quite there. Also, the hair is not quite there. We're gonna get there. We're making little improvements, I need an actual haircut though. Now that we're in this camera, I actually need to fix my hair and shit. You think Reed could stop an incursion? He knows how to move planets. Well, I mean, it depends. Depends on how they want to do it, because technically Monica stops the one incursion, right? I think so. In the comics, it was really simple. You just destroy one of the Earths, and that ends it. Sorry, I'm trying to tweak a thing here. Sync offset. Yo, is it still unsynced? Because there's something I can do. There's something I can do, chat. I just realized. I could actually fix this. I think I could fix it. Okay, hang on now. Time it takes between sound occurring and being broadcast. So the video's a little bit ahead, you said? Okay, how about this? Is this better? Do you notice a difference? Am I crazy? We can see every hair strand. I know, I fucked up. Yeah, I fucked up. But we're gonna fix it. I don't understand this lighting, dude. That's the one thing that's really throwing me. I feel like there's like a dynamic lighting setting in the camera I need to turn off. Because this is crazy. Look at the camera and say something? What? Something. Something! Something! The sync is fine. The lighting looks really fucking good. Well, the exposure looks good. The lighting is not necessarily good, but the exposure is, but that's what I mean is like, we don't have to get into it, you know? We're going to tweak it just a little bit. You keep moving your head, you ADD bastard. We can't tell. Well, if you can't tell, who cares? You know? Jeez. Your mouth isn't moving when you talk. Frame rate is bad. So maybe I took it the wrong way then. Hang on now. Hang on now. Hang on now. See, this is the entertainment you guys come to the Den of Nerds for, you know? You could go listen to everybody else talk about superheroes and shit. But you're not going to find somebody doing quality control on their new setup live. You know what I mean? How's that? Is that better? Worse? Hello? Hello? Test! Test! You're being trolled? I don't think I'm being trolled. It's literally the same. Okay, cool. Okay, great. Close enough. It's good. Okay. Still behind. All right. Cool. So wait, so let's try just one more. Can we just try one more? Because I'm sorry. Now I'm guilty as charged. ADD as fuck. And now I have to see. So if I joink this thing all the way up to here, is there nothing going on now? Is there no difference now? Now is there a difference though? Can you hear? Is there a noticeable difference from what I just did? It is better? Ooh, okay. Made the mic worse. Oh, wait, what? The fuck does that mean? Okay, well, we should probably talk about superheroes and shit. Okay, when the F4 initially visits the 616 and sees all the Tony Stark tech used in the world a few decades ahead of their own, do you think Sue might recognize it as similar to Doom's tech from their universe, tipping her off to something? That's a cool idea, man. That's a cool idea. I actually like that. I'm not sure how it's all going to play out. You know, there's a couple of things we got to talk about today. You know, I think it was on Monday I had said to you guys that Feige's out there talking about how some of the characters are going to go visit the Baxter building from A28. That's pretty interesting. I have those comments pulled up. There's a big article, guys. Maybe you saw this. Did y'all see this? This is the majority of what we're going to talk about today. Massive article in Variety, all about their next moves. Now, I feel like there's a little bit of a pattern here. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but it's like basically Marvel thing comes out, maybe doesn't perform as expected, and then massive piece in some article, journal thing about how Marvel feels about it and the future plans. So that happened again. And to be fair, there is a lot of interesting stuff in here, so we'll look at that. But to take it back to the Doctor Doom stuff, yeah, it is interesting. Like, I said on Monday, and I still believe this, I think they're cooking way more Reed Richards and Doctor Doom together than we initially thought. And that's good. Like, that's fucking cool, you know? I'm down. All right, let me catch up on a couple of chats, guys, then we'll get into it, okay? Yeah, thanks, Patrick. Really appreciate it, man. That's very generous. Justin says, Reed, Dr. Doom originally made the TVA to prevent war. Kang steals the TVA, prevents them in main timeline, preventing them from coming back. Doom remembers. Something like that could be real. I think it's obvious that the tech that Reed has seems like the TVA tech. In the comics, there's, of course, a connection between Reed's tech and, Nathaniel Richards in the 31st century or whatever, becoming Kang. So you can see how they're sort of playing with that. But, yeah, we'll see if there's anything more to it. Shalami Leaner, appreciate you, brother. $20. That's generous, man. Thank you. Says, I'm just happy that both movies are not offensive and both are fun. It was pretty sick and tired of all the bad movies we got in recent years. I feel like F4 was better, but they are both refreshing to watch. Yeah, I think that's a good take. I mean, they are both. I mean, I gotta say, I think the last 3 comic book movies, because I really like Thunderbolts. I know that's maybe, I don't know. Is that an unpopular opinion, or is there just some buttholes on Twitter that are like, oh, you like Thunderbolts, bro? It's like, yeah, look at the scores. A lot of people like it. It's really good. So for me, the last 3 comic book movies are really, really good. I do sort of have this feeling, though. So I don't know if you guys... Man, like, we're just going to have to get into it today. It's like a little bit feels like comic movies are a little cooked. And I'm going to talk about that because, like, the thing that's annoying about the Superman Fantastic Four discourse to me is that these movies are operating basically identically. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, Superman's a little ahead, marginally, but they're basically operating the same. And it just feels weird that, like, the comic book movie fans are trying to say, I don't know. I see a lot of folks like Superman's crushing, Fantastic Four is flopping, or like Superman's flopping, Fantastic Four is great, you know, all this sort of stuff. And it's like, the reality is I think they're both really good. They're both performing okay. And there's also just, like, the industry is changing, like, a lot. And we're going to get into the Variety article in a bit, too, here. But they sort of lay it out there. It's like, it's just different, man. I think DC is benefiting a little bit from newness and also, like, they finally have something together, right? Marvel's always going to be compared to their golden days, you know, Infinity War, Endgame times. And they did change pop culture. So it's like, Marvel's always going to be compared to that. And so I think the new state of the box office, I think it hurts Marvel a little bit more in this exact situation. But it's also a barrier and a cushion that James Gunn and DC is using to justify, you know, kind of more lacking box office for that film as well. So I don't know. I have some thoughts here, man. You know, one of the things I was thinking about, and I don't know, maybe this will resonate with some of you guys, maybe not. You know, I had this thought where I realized that I really like Superman and I really like the Fantastic Four. Okay? But I can also see something that might be happening, which is that the type of sensibilities that I have, right, as a fan, like me as a comic book fan, are drifting further and further away from, like, the normies, and probably just, like, the regular movie-going audience, okay? Because to me, like, Superman, I like Fantastic Four more. I think Fantastic Four is more, it's just like a more tight piece of cinema, right? Like, I really enjoy it from that perspective. Superman is full of joy, and it gets there with the character. It does something really incredible that's very unique in the space. I really like both movies. But it's just weird that both of the films are, like, comic booky as hell, right? And you see this discourse from both sides. You see the Superman fans say this. You see the Fantastic Four fans say this. They're like, dude, it's such a comic book. Oh my God, we're eating so good, or whatever phrase, right? The whole point is, like, it's scratching an itch that we've had for a long time, and it's doing that perfectly. And fucking yet, it's tracking behind the Dino movie. It's tracking behind Lilo and Stitch. It's tracking behind Minecraft. So it could be the case that the ideal movies for people just like us, the fanboys and the fangirls, the ideal movies for us are no longer the ideal movie for the studio if they want mass appeal. Like, if they want to break into the big bucks, and there are barriers to that, like the international marketplace, all of that. But I'm just saying, like, it's hard for me to look at, like, what Minecraft is doing, what Lilo and Stitch did, and say, oh, comic book movies, like, your new ceiling 600, 700, that's totally fine. Like, that's what we're doing now. I don't think anybody really wants that. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what they're saying to kind of keep it chill. you know, the studios, because this happened with all the movies, guys. We went through it. Captain America, they throw out a really weird number that uses totally unheard of box office math. Thunderbolts, same thing. You know what I mean? And then after Thunderbolts, we had all these reports where people were like, hey, the studio is satisfied. Like, the studio's satisfied. Remember, before Superman, the studio said, we'd be okay with 500. And then James Gunn said in an interview, it's ridiculous to think this thing needs to get to 7. We'd be satisfied if we hit 5. Like, that's the new thing they say, right? So it's a little weird. Like, the whole situation's weird. What I can't quite figure out is the audience truly diminished, right? Is the fatigue just there so plainly that rockstar fucking movies, awesome comic book movies, which Superman and Fantastic Four both are is that not really going to matter anymore? You know what I mean? Like, that's the question I keep asking myself. And I can't help but think that that's not the problem. I'm super curious, though. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that's the problem? Like, do you think that it's the fatigue? Now it's glitching like crazy? Oh, no. How could this happen? How could this happen? My God. My God. My God. Is it fixed? Is it fixed? We can't hear you. Video is very laggy. Just talk Warhammer now. We didn't hear a word you said. The whole segment, bro. Your entire talk was lagged. 10 of lag. The problem is that Endgame felt too final, says hitting things with sticks. Maybe. Josh, your cam is on 1 frame per minute. That's brilliant. That's actually what I paid for, exactly. Audio is real crispy, though. Thanks, Trev. Appreciate it. That's chill. Is it fixed now? Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. So the problem, I think, was I was trying to record. I was trying to record that segment. And when I tried to record, like, the thing can't handle it. So, look, we're going through some growing pains. Okay? We're going through some growing pains. Now I'm going to have to do segments without being able to fucking record them for the Clips channel off of the stream. I'll have to go back into the stream and fucking... Fantastic. Fantastic. We're growing. Yeah, we're growing. Yeah. Can't you chop up a VOD? I don't wanna. Don't you see? I'm trying to make it easy on myself. Okay, well, now let's get into it. Let's fucking do the segment with no goddamn recording. So, what did you hear? What's the last thing? Should I just start the whole thing over? Jesus. Okay, well, I guess we could talk about some shit. I am probably gonna have to get out of though. I have to fix this shit. I have to fix this shit. Look at this. The colors switching everywhere. The audio's behind. Okay. Let's just have a goddamn conversation. Okay, look, I was talking about the goddamn Fantastic Four and the goddamn Superman movie. Okay, so look at this. 68% of you like Fantastic Four better. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Okay, listen. Listen, guys. Obviously, there's a lot of discussion about Fantastic Four and Superman. What I was saying before is both these movies are actually not doing that great. You know, like maybe Superman's doing marginally better than Fantastic Four so far. We'll see how that shakes out. I still think Fantastic Four could leg out further than Superman. It's going to depend on the next couple of weeks. It's way closer than I wanted it to be. And Fantastic Four is not crushing it the way that I wanted it to. So a couple of things going on here. Like, I've seen some people say maybe Fantastic Four doesn't have as much rewatchability. And I think that's fair. Like, because here's the thing. I fucking love this movie. I love the Fantastic Four movie. I think it might be top 5 Marvel for me. I think it's that good. Okay? But it also kind of feels like a movie perfectly catered and created for me. It almost feels like one of these AI things that Amazon's trying to do, where like I walk up to an Amazon AI box and I'm like, hey, can I get like a fucking perfect Fantastic Four movie that feels like a Christopher Nolan film? Boom. Like, that's what it feels like. I fucking love this movie. I also love the Superman movie. Okay? I love the Superman movie. I think the action's fucking incredible. I think the depiction of Clark is brilliant. I love a lot of the Easter eggs, the building that he's doing. The DCU feels really great. What I can't make sense of, guys, is it really does seem like both of these movies are underperforming as to what you would want. Now, the studios are saying that it's fine and that they're satisfied with these numbers, okay? And we're going to get into this Variety article in a bit here because it's pretty interesting. They do cite the changing industry, the lack of international box office, Disney Plus, lack of star power, some really interesting things. I'm not quite ready to accept that it's just comic book movies. But I will say this. I feel like they need to do a lot more than just make really, really good comic book movies that comic book fans would love. Okay? So I think Superman and Fantastic Four both actually suffer from similar problems. I think they both have a lack of action. I think they both have really cool spectacle, but they also have like an uneven pacing that lags a little bit. Like, it's not like just a completely through line, aggressive, fun thing. Both films kind of choppy, you know, a little lackluster. And I think the main thing that both movies are lacking is like a must-see cultural draw. Okay? You know, Superman's probably a bit closer on this because I think there's something like caked into like the new Superman, the new universe. It's very cultural where it's like, oh shit, like what's this going to look like? What's this going to be like? There's a draw there. But Fantastic Four, the draw is essentially the next Marvel thing, and this one's Fantastic Four. For a lot of folks, that's what it is. Now, if you're a huge Marvel fan, if you really love Galactus, all of a sudden, dude, that's fucking dope. But you know what I noticed about Galactus, and I don't know if y'all been noticing this or not. There's like no memes about Galactus. Like, Galactus is not blowing up in that sense. Like, people aren't really memeing about Galactus. Like, it's not really, it doesn't feel super culturally relevant. It just feels like it's cool. People accept it. People are like, oh, that's dope. But there was a time, like, I think even 3 to 4 years ago, Galactus coming into the MCU would have been in and of itself a crazy fucking ridiculous awesome thing. But I think we are past that. So it's a weird situation, right? It's kind of like a sad thing to admit. But it's almost like Marvel and oh man. I'm actually a little bit worried because I think both Marvel and James Gunn are maybe reluctant to accept this fact, actually. Because if you look at what Gunn's doing, like, he's going super comic booky. But he's not necessarily going super eventy for non-comic book fans. Like, does that make sense? And Marvel's doing that with the Avengers movies. Like, the Avengers movies are going to be nuts. But even Spider-Man 4, like, it's being described as sort of campy. They're sort of describing it as taking him back to his roots, doing a more traditional, version of Spider-Man. there's a lot of you guys. I think we might have had a real split between the hardcore comic book fans and the casual comic book movie fans. Because it feels like a lot of the hardcores really want to return to form and they just want a traditional thing. Like, part of why I love Fantastic Four is it just feels like classic Kirby. Right? Same thing with Superman. Like, Superman just feels like a classic depiction of, Golden Age, Silver Age Superman. And there's something really cool about that. But is that enough for the normies? I feel like normies are a little tapped out on that. I don't think they care as much. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's an interesting time. We'll see how it all shakes out. We're going to watch how Fantastic Four and Superman end up performing for, the duration of their run. We'll obviously get those numbers. We'll find out. It'll probably be 5 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now when they're both out of theaters. And if Superman just goes and goes over 7 towards 8, I would be damn, there's a lot of gas in the tank. But if both of these movies don't get to 700, that's tough. You know what I mean? That is frankly tough. And I think it might be time to shift into spectacle over everything. Which is weird because it almost doesn't seem like that's the direction they're going in here. So let's get into this article here, guys. Whoa. Let's get into this article here, okay? So this is from, it's over on Variety. This is Tatiana Maslany, Tatiana Siegel. She's good, though. She broke that big article in 2019 about Marvel and the reboot and all that sort of stuff. Says here, Marvel's next movies, Black Panther 3 and Young X-Men cast, to keep the cost down, Blade and Deadpool 4 are lower priorities. What? Could have been worse, could have been better. That's the collective takeaway on Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four, which pulled in $218 million globally following its July 25th bow. But, as with Superman, 2 weeks prior, the superhero movie overseas haul, $100 million, including anemic $4.5 million from China, offers a stark reminder of how much things have changed ever since pre-COVID days and where the tripwires lie for a Disney-owned studio, which has ambitious plans for 2 Avengers movies in 2026 and 2027, respectively, followed by an X-Men reboot further out on the horizon. By contrast, Avengers Endgame nabbed $614 million from the Middle Kingdom alone in 2019. What? Wait a minute. Endgame made fucking $600 million in China? Ain't no way, fam. Are you kidding me? Is that real? I mean, it has to be. Holy shit. There's a reset of what a hit is, and I don't see them consistently hitting $1 billion as before. Without China, with Disney Plus exposure, past COVID, without megastars, says one top agent who represents several clients in the Marvel universe. China used Marvel, Disney, and the U.S. film industry to seed their own. Maybe. What did Minecraft do, though, with China? You know what I mean? What did Minecraft do? What did Lilo and Stitch do in China? Adds one insider, the lost China windfall. We are never going to see those days again. I don't. I think that's probably true. I mean, I don't know, dude. This is interesting. The reality has changed the calculus at Marvel. Led by Kevin Feige, when it comes to making a movie like X-Men, Thunderbolts helmer Jake Schreier is set to direct the tentpole, with the studio fine-tuning Michael Leslie's script. Casting will begin soon, and the field is wide open. But Marvel has indicated to the reps that it is looking for younger talent rather than A-listers to keep the cost down, says another agent. Feige also indicated he is looking to focus on the next-gen aspects of the X-Men. In a recent conversation with the press, Marvel is holding July 23rd, 2027 on the release calendar for an unnamed film, but sources say it won't be filled by an X-Men movie. Marvel declined to comment on this story. I wonder if that'll be Blade. There's some rumors they're still going to shoot Blade next year, which is crazy. With Matt Shackman's Fantastic Four feature bona fide TV star in Pedro Pascal, who has made his mark on the small screen in everything from The Mandalorian to The Last of Us, he hasn't yet scaled the same big screen heights as the Endgame ensemble, and that helped keep the Fantastic Four budget manageable. Disney hasn't given a precise figure on the film's budget, only pegging it around somewhere north of $200 million. Avengers Doomsday will feature at least one mega payday in Robert Downey Jr., who has returned to the Marvel fold as the villain Dr. Doom. Sources say Downey Jr. has earned between $500 and $600 million over the course of 7 Marvel movies and 3 cameos, and won't be working at a discount on Doomsday. Neither will Chris Hemsworth, who will be returning as Thor. As for who will be the star of the film, sources say Pedro is not the centerpiece, but does have an integral role. Regardless, the tentpole is on schedule to open up December 18th, 2026. So it's on track to open next year in December. Pretty freaking crazy. It's also crazy that Downey got $500, $600 million. That's partially because of the first contract he had with Iron Man 1. And they only gave him a one-picture deal. So when he renegotiated, I mean, he had a lot of leverage. And then he just kept getting more and more leverage. Wall Street is keeping close tabs on Marvel as elements of its expanding portfolio fall into place, including integration of Fox assets like Fantastic Four, X-Men, last year's runway hit Deadpool and Wolverine, which earned $1.3 billion worldwide. Marvel is a critical piece to Disney's overall premium IP, and the stronger Marvel is, the better it is for the overall company, says Wall Street's analyst Robert Fishman, of course. The recent studio momentum has allowed Disney to help drive subscriber growth at Disney Plus and see the overall Disney flywheel start to accelerate again. Yeah, that's probably true. There won't be much to analyze for the next year. The next Marvel movie to hit theaters is Spider-Man Brand New Day on July 31st, a year from today, guys. An exact year from today. Pretty crazy. And then Avengers Doomsday in December and Secret Wars in December 2027. Amid the industry-wide pullback on superheroes, the Marvel Brain Trust is feeling no sense of urgency on long gestating Blade reboot or even Deadpool outing, sources say. However, the ideas percolating on Ryan Coogler-helmed Black Panther 3 are creating excitement internally. Now, let's stop for a second on that. A lot of people have been talking about that. So, kind of seems like Blade, not a high priority, which is wild, though, because we just heard that it might film next year from Daniel. Is Daniel just completely full of shit, or are they just missing it? I'm not really sure. Yeah, other projects not a high priority, like another Deadpool. That's, like, so wild to me. Like, what? And then Black Panther 3 creating a lot of excitement internally. That is quite interesting. I wonder what that could be about. You know, maybe some recast T'Challa energy. I'm not really sure. We shall see. You know, we shall see. There's a lot of rumors about Denzel, maybe some X-Men stuff, so pretty wild. Ultimately, Marvel is thrilled that it brought Fantastic Four, a tricky property that proved vexing in the past, back from the grave. Fans have embraced the effort, giving it an A- cinema score. The 2 previous incarnations found a tepid response from audiences with diminishing returns. Tim Story's 2005 version earned $334 million, while the drama Plague 2015 brought only $186 million amid public bashing from director Josh Trank, who complained of the studio interference. This time around, the only minor blip came via behind-the-scenes battle over screenwriting credits, with the WGA stepping in to make a determination. The union awarded final screenwriting credit to Josh Friedman, Eric Pearson, Jeff Kaplan, Ian Springer, and Kat Wood. God damn, that's a lot of writers. For the superhero watchers, good is the new great, as the genre finds its footing after a cold streak that included recent Marvel misfires, Thunderbolts, and The Marvels, as well as a batch of duds from DC, predating the James Gunn, Peter Safran regime. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's fair. It's crazy they don't bring up Captain America, Brave New World. I feel like that's also a flop, like just as bad as Thunderbolts. It's not as bad as Thunderbolts, but it's like, it's in the ballpark, right? So, crazy. Says analyst Sean Robbins of Box Office Theory, I think as an industry, we've become very obsessed with opening weekend results, in particular with both Fantastic Four and Superman, because word of mouth is so strong for both. I think the story is not fully obvious yet. Yes, Fantastic Four is good enough in terms of it exceeded what Disney expected, so that's a positive. And it's tough to compare it to any other Marvel film because we simply live in a different time now for the superhero releases. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, a lot of discussion and talk of the new normal and what all this means for fans and the industry overall. I mean, I get what they're saying, right? Like, sure, things are absolutely changed. But Deadpool just made 1.3 last year. Minecraft made $1 billion this year. I don't know, man. I'm not trying to be rude, but I understand that things are changing. And I think it's fair. It's absolutely fair that things have changed. And it's fair to say, yes, we have to take this into consideration when thinking about the success of these movies. But I don't know. I mean, Marvel was at the top of their game, And I would argue all of this product and all of this goobly glob over the past couple of years, it has not only hurt Marvel, it might have hurt the whole genre. Like, I legitimately think Superman would be doing better if it weren't for comic book movie fatigue. I think Fantastic Four would be doing a lot better if it weren't for comic book movie fatigue. And so I'm a little worried. Okay, I'm a little worried, just a little. And part of it is I don't know if they're learning the right lessons here, Like, Feige's kind of saying all kinds of stuff right now. These comments about Captain America not making more because it's the first one without Chris Evans. It's like, well, here's a couple of thoughts. Number one, if you know it so clearly now, why didn't you just put Chris Evans in the movie? You can still have him be Old Man Cap. That's in the literal comics, So it's like, that's weird to me. Like, it's the first one without Chris Evans. Well, why is that? Like, because you didn't cast him in it. You didn't write him into it. And they could have played nice together. Are you kidding me? They absolutely could have made that work. It just feels weird. And then you look at Thunderbolts and it's like, oh, it's Disney Plus characters. People didn't know them, this, that, second, and the third. Well, who greenlit the movie? Like, who greenlit the movie? You guys did. And this energy with, like, here's the thing. I love Fantastic Four. If they make Spider-Man 4 and it's a lot like Fantastic Four, I will personally love it. Okay? Making it more comic booky, making it more campy, making it feel more like the old comics and shit. Like, I'm about it. I'm down. But I'm just saying, look around. It might not be the move for the overall box office. We're going to talk about a little bit later this guy, Mattson Tomlin. You guys know this guy? Mattson Tomlin? Anybody? He's a co-writer on the Batman. Brilliant guy. Okay? And he was out there talking about some projects he would want to work on. One of them is the Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves, which is incredible. But the other thing he said is he wanted to do Spider-Man 4 with Sam Raimi and Toby is a dad. Old Spider-Man as a dad. I mean, it just popped off of the Ultimates comics. Like, that might work for the cinema. I just think we need different shit, bro. Like, it might not work. Like, I don't know if I'm probably not explaining this super well, but it's like this. If Gunn and Feige's strategy is like, we're going to give you the best possible version of the basic ass comic book story, that might not be good enough. Like, maybe you need a Final Crisis. Maybe you need a World's Finest. Maybe you need the Trinity, the Justice League, or some shit. Like, maybe you're going to need a little bit more. And maybe you need a little bit more on the other side of things. It's like, I worry a little bit that they're like, you know what we're going to do? Cast all new X-Men, all these young people, sign up, lock them in for 30 million films, and it's dirt cheap. And then we're going to keep making these dirt cheap X-Men movies that focus on this new cast. And that's our way out of this? Like, I don't know, man. I feel like the next X-Men movie's got to go hard. I feel like you need Mr. Sinister, and you need Apocalypse, and you need the X-Men. Like I think you go for it, man. Go for it. And I fucking love Galactus. I love the Fantastic Four movie, but it is probably fair to say that Galactus should have done a little bit more than oaf around. You know, like I loved it. I thought that shit was peak. You know what I mean? But I'm a fucking fanboy. You know? And he's just like, and I'm just like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You know? But to be fair, that's the same thing with Superman. Like, Superman is just, like, some of the fights are cool, don't get me wrong, but is it really, like, are we really pushing it? You know? And I know Zach gets some shit because he had people punching through buildings for 40 minutes, but that shit was cool. You know? Like, it looked really cool. It was really fun. You know? I don't know, man. I guess that's just a really long-winded way of saying I personally feel like comic book genre needs freshness. Like beyond the scope of what I think some of these creators are thinking about right now. And that includes Gunn and Feige. I think we might need fresh blood, man. Because in the same way, like I was thinking about this with comics, right? Because DC right now is crushing it with the Absolute Universe, and Marvel's Ultimate Universe was very successful for them. They have more Ultimate stuff. They're spinning out other stuff. But the reason it works is because it's like, boom, clean slate, and it's crazy. Like the fucking Batman that's jacked as fuck and has an axe that he chops people's arms off. Like, that is new. That is fresh. That is dope. You know, Spider-Man, old Spider-Man as a dad, gets his powers in his 30s. Like, that's fresh. That's new. That's dope. Like, the Ultimates, like, these are new, fresh ideas. And I'm just a little worried. I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm just a little worried that the next couple of years of comic book movies might just be return to form for the genre when the antidote is new form. Like, does that make sense? Like, because FF and Superman are like this beautiful return to the height of comic book cinema. And it's like, oh my God, you're doing the comic book thing in the movie. Holy shit. And it's working, and it's so good, and it's so fucking cool. Maybe what we need is like dead ass, some new like filmmaker person, like fresh out of school or, you know, self-taught or something like that. And they have an idea for the new DC universe that's something so fucking radically different. Like, it's so absolute universe, ultimate universe, or whatever, right? Like, that might be what it takes. Like, some bold new vision, like some new idea, some new visionary for it. And I gotta be honest, this is a Dave Filoni thing too. You know, if you want to take it to Star Wars, this is going to be what Dave does. And I find myself being like, dude, for me, like, just for me as a fan, just like fanboy Josh, fuck yeah, I'm excited about it. But is that what the industry needs? Like, is that what Star Wars needs to thrive? I don't know. Is that what Marvel needs to thrive? I don't know. I don't know, Chad. No one likes the new ideas, so this won't work probably. Yeah, wait, what? But why is it working in the comics, though? Let's see here. Shalami Leaner. Oh, wait, we already read that. Holy, so crispy, Josh. Nerd Ventures for life. Hey, thanks, man. Sorry, we're going to make it look better. It'll look better tomorrow. New setup, new stuff. We'll figure it out. Did you guys notice my little Galactus here, by the way? Look at that. Look. He's so cool. He's so cool. All right, anyway. But real talk, though, been loving seeing the channel growth onward and upward. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you. Comic book movies will live or die on the Avengers movies. Yeah. Little unfair, don't you think, to those films? Pitch Perfect says, yo, Josh, what do you think of Kojima saying that Superman movie wasn't super? Almost 2 years of nerdvenging. Nerdvenge for life. W community. Fantastic Four to the moon. I have 60 characters. Let's go. Did he really say that? Did Kojima really say that? Damn. Damn. Although, you know, to be fair, you can see his sensibilities. You can see why maybe he didn't love it, you know? What type of camera are you using? A really good one that I don't know how to use yet. It's really good, really complicated. I spent like the last 2 days trying to figure it out, and we're still fucking it up. But we're going to fix it. And it's all about the future, baby! That is out of context. He liked the movie. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, like, I saw... So all I saw, chat, was that the length, pause, of his response. And usually, like, he's one of those guys where, like, if he doesn't have something nice to say, he's not going to say shit. So the longer his reply, usually the more positive he is on the movie. I saw a pretty long one for Superman. I was like, oh, he must have liked it. That's literally all I saw. You need a Valdor? Oh, hell yeah, brother. You know what I really need, Adam? And I don't know. I mean, if you hit the lotto or if, you know, if you held some crypto or whatever, I'm just going to put this out there. You know what I really need? Is that either that Saint Celestine from Weta right here or Abaddon the Despoiler. And I know it's chaos. It's heresy. But that fucking statue is so cool. I would put Abaddon right there. So, you know, I mean, you know, I don't know how the financials are doing over there. I assume you're killing it, though. I hope. So that you buy me shit. Are you wearing the Doom mask and hood for the Doomsday Nerdvengers meetup? Yeah, probably. Are you still going to be fighting with me about Superman? In December of next fucking year? These goddamn nerds. Yeah, it's about $2,000, Adam. Yeah, what about it? Always. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. No, I get it. Look, at the end of the day, look, I am a little fatigued on the fighting or whatever, but I do understand it. You know, if I could take a step back and calm down, which usually doesn't happen, but sometimes you know what I do these days? Because I don't know if I've ever told you guys this. I have anger problems. So sometimes I'll fly off the handle a little bit. You know, it's all your fault. But I do, you know, I do have anger problems. But you know what's really good for it, man, is like just holding your kids. So just hold your kids for a little bit. It's like I'll just come into the room and I'll be like, God damn chat, and then just pick up the kid, and then I feel a little bit better after that. Look, I do get it though. You know, it's a part of the nerdy thing. It's a part of the fucking culture thing. It's a part of content. I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm just personally a little fatigued of it. A little bit, by the way, too. And I'm not trying to start a thing here, but I do think a little bit of it. I fear, or maybe I just get triggered because this is what happened to Star Wars. Like, Star Wars got so toxic with the discourse within the community, not even outside of the community. The community literally did it to themselves. They were so shitty to each other that people look on the outside and they're like, I don't want to be a part of this, you know? And that's a little bit of what's happening to the comic book movie shit, but also I do understand it, you know? So. Unless the kids start acting crazy. Well, as soon as the kids start acting a little crazy, you just pass them right back to mom. You know? Just right back to mom. What if the baby shakes you? Well, this one tries, man. Athena is wild. She's a wild young lady. It was neither dark nor stylish, cool, or even super. I mean, maybe he misspoke, you know? I don't think English is his first language. Colger says, never played Warhammer before. I don't know nothing about the game or any lore, but tempted to buy Space Marine 2. Josh peer pressuring us to join Warhammer. Warhammer is excellent, man. I was just, I finished a book yesterday, and then I started another one, or I actually started to reread, I guess listen to, I don't know. It feels so stupid to say, I'm reading a book, when really I'm just on Audible, like pressing a button or whatever. But, so I'm reading. This, one of my favorite books, it's Lion, Son of the Forest. It's the book about the return of the Primarch, Lionel Johnson. It's so fucking good, dude. I was like, God damn, this shit's crazy good. But yeah, no, I really like Warhammer, of course. Here's my argument. Can you tell me what deck the Holo deck was on in Next Generation? Here's my argument. Can you tell us what deck the Holo deck was on in Star Trek New Generation? I don't really know Star Trek like this, but I'll say 69. Baptizer? Is that you? Is that Vandolph? Who is that? Why did it change everybody's name? Normies need fantasy without complications. Just straightforward epic heroes, merciless bad guys, damsels in fiction full of feels. Is this Zelda? I think Zelda has a lot of those properties, for sure. I do. And I think Zelda is well poised to make something big. I mean, really and truly, guys, like, man, this is a tough one because I'm not trying to poo the party, because at the end of the day, if it is just like, if it's a worst case scenario, it is literally just us fanboys and us fangirls that are still watching these movies by and large. Okay. And I still think there's going to be, you know, more, and Doomsday will do great. Spider-Man will do great. But, even if that is what it is, I'm still excited, grateful, and we're going to make content. We're going to have fun. But I really think there's this strong desire for something new. Like, I think, and this is something that Marvel fans might have trouble accepting. Maybe Marvel themselves will have trouble accepting this. But, dude, they cooked that shit so hard that almost every part of the entire Marvel cycle, like literally all of it, like the leaks, the rumors, watching the actual thing, the coverage of the thing, the discourse about the thing, then the next hyped up thing, into watching the thing, into the discourse, like literally every part of that process is people are fatigued on. I know I am. That's part of why I get so triggered about this Fantastic Four Superman conversation, is like, I'm just like tired of this cycle. And I think I think Marvel specifically, and it's like, it's tough. It's tough, man. But I think Marvel specifically cooked the fan experience of the comic book genre so much that people are hungry for something else. Just something different. Something like that's not that. And I like, that's why I think things like Minecraft have popped off. That's why I think partially why anime's popping off so hard. And ultimately, yes, I'm going to take it there. This is why I think Warhammer will pop off, because I'm telling you, people need something new and fresh. Like there is a strong desire for something epic and awesome and new. So could this be, I mean, the video game stuff could absolutely be this. It seems like that's going to be a wave. There's things about that are interesting, right? So we talked about this before, but I'm just going to fucking yap. I mean, this stream fucking sucks. You know, new camera's all jacked up, the audio's off, it's all delayed. It's terrible. So I'm just gonna fucking yap about this, okay? I've explained this before, but like, one of the reasons that I think Star Wars and Marvel got so burnt by their own fans over the past couple of years is because the way you engage in that IP is like funneled through a very specific, very controlled mechanism. What do I mean by that? So in the early days, do y'all remember when like Disney bought that shit? You know, we didn't know what Force Awakens was going to be. You know, Harloff and Camp here doing Jedi Council and shit, theories popping off. Like, do you remember that period of the Star Wars fandom? So basically what had happened was, you know, Star Wars is coming back. Then there's like this content thing that happens, and it's all about the movie. One of the things that Star Wars fucked up was like, dude, all of it was like theorizing and speculation and, you know, your Snoke theory sucks and all this shit. Rian Johnson really fucked that shit up because people were actually enjoying it and engaging with the content. One of the reasons The Last Jedi was so devastating is because it's not just a piece of the Star Wars story. It's the Star Wars story. The way you experience the brand of Star Wars, the way you engage with that brand is through TV, and at the time, just the movies. What that means is if you fuck that up, and if you're a studio that's doing stuff that is that's not being appreciated by the audience, then the only way you have to enjoy the brand is through shit you don't like. Okay? That's what we've talked about this with video games. So here's one of the things that's kind of interesting. Video games, of course, whole new different kind of way to experience the IP. Some movies and IP, like Marvel, just obviously had Marvel Rivals, huge game. People love the game. It's doing numbers still, even though it's fallen off a little bit. Big boon for the Marvel fandom. Why was it so successful? Well, because you didn't have to go through Marvel Studios to engage the brand this way. In fact, you kind of engage with this on your own terms. Get on there, play whatever character you want, whatever mode, play with your friends, play with whatever time. And the experience is not as curated as a movie or a film. That should be obvious. It's a one-way street with a movie or a film, at least for now, until AI. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just want to keep going with this. So Zelda movie around the corner. Nintendo, very excited about it. Sony, very excited about it, right? Like, big deal. Part of the reason I think it's going to have a chance to do very, very well and really capture a piece of the zeitgeist is because anybody that gets interested about the movie, anybody that watches the movie and enjoys it, has the opportunity to go play an entire library of video games. Now, in some ways, that's still curated, especially the earlier ones. It gets a little more open world, and you kind of go on your own terms. But the point is, that is different than passive watching of a movie or a television. Okay? So, I think there is something to how consumer behavior wants to take control and autonomy, which are basically the same thing, but they want to control the way in which they engage with the IP and the brand. Okay? That's part of why Warhammer is going to win. Now, I know, I took it there, but you have to listen to me. Warhammer right now is a $5 billion company. Just had financial reports the other day. Profits 30% up year over year. They're building a fourth factory. They're blowing up. They're absolutely fucking crushing it, okay? But here's the thing. They have like next to no Hollywood shit. They're just starting on this Hollywood journey with Cavill, right? But what they do have is millions of players that engage with the brand and the IP in a completely not a company curated, but a consumer curated space. What am I talking about? Building, painting, playing, or even just deciding how you want to explore the lore. That is an aspect of this hobby that is so unique and different, and I think it will set it apart from some of these other things. I think it's part of why the video game shit's going to pop up, but Warhammer is going to be a little unique because there will be video game stuff for sure. But there's this whole other side of it that is like you create your own army. Like there's nothing quite like that. Like you come into a fandom, like if you're a Game of Thrones, this is a good example. If you come into the Game of Thrones fandom, okay, and you're like, dude, I really like the Starks. And you start to like identify with the Starks. Maybe you get some stuff that's like Stark iconography, you know, maybe a sword or some books or the crests or whatever, you know what I mean? That's like how you would then like kind of identify and sort of engage with that. You see this with Harry Potter. Harry Potter fans, they want to know what the house they are, and then, you know, some silly little internet quiz literally makes them buy only a certain type of merch, go to the actual physical parks dressed as that house, and engage with the brand like that, right? But like with Warhammer, you literally have to create the army. Like, does that make sense? And I think there's something to that, man. I really do. I think that this is going to propel it into a different kind of a space. And I also think, like, if you know, this Amazon thing is so interesting here. Did you guys see this Amazon AI thing? It's basically like what we've been calling for about a year now, but like they're actually doing it. So this is crazy. Let me see if I can find this. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. This shit is wild. Okay. So, Amazon is investing into Showrunner, an AI-generated streaming service. Lets people type in prompts to generate scenes or full episodes for new ideas or existing IPs. Disney and other studios are in talks to license the IP for service. What? Isn't sure people will flock to Showrunner, new generated TV service. Company is launching publicly this week, but he has a vote of confidence from Amazon, whose Alexa Fund venture capitalist firm arm has invested in Fable, his startup. The amount of Amazon's Alexa Fund investment in Fable isn't being disclosed. The money is going towards building out Showrunner, which Fable has hyped as the Netflix of AI, a service that lets you type in a few words to create scenes or entire episodes of a TV show, either from scratch or based on existing story world from someone else has created. Fable is launching Showrunner to let its users tinker with the animation-focused generative AI systems following several months in closed alpha with 10,000 users. Initially, Showrunner will be free, but will eventually cost $10.20 per month, blah, blah, blah. Using AI is purely a VFX tool is a little sad, says this guy. Toy Story AI isn't cheap. Toy Story, blah, 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 blah. Hollywood streaming services are about to become a two-way entertainer. This is important. Audiences watching this season of a show and loving it will now be able to make new episodes from a few words and become characters within a photo. Our relationship with entertainment will be totally different in the next 5 years. I 100% agree. I have literally been saying this for like over a year. That said, Satoshi expressed some doubt on whether people will really want to be their own showrunners. Maybe nobody wants this and it won't work. That's funny. Yeah, this is quite interesting. I don't know if this version of it will be the one, right? But I generally think this is the future. I think a lot of people see this is where it's going. And, you know, with us, like, I have a really interesting way of explaining this for you guys that I think would be kind of cool. So you could say, like, oh, that's trash and slop and, like, oh, AI and, like, only human shit or whatever, right? But I think you're really missing the value proposition, okay? So, like, for instance, like, let's say we did a stream and we really did want to know who would win in a fight. the Christopher Nolan Batman and Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Okay? And we wanted to not just speculate, but actually watch it go down. That's what this is. That's what this is. And I think you're going to find that people's curiosity and the immediacy of how that curiosity can be satiated is going to be too compelling for people to say no to. By the way, just one thing about AI, because I had this thought over the weekend. I think I saw or heard somebody say this on a podcast, and I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Everybody thinks that all of these folks are just going to reject AI and then it'll never become the main way we do entertainment. But I don't think there's literally ever been an emerging technology that was clearly the next big thing that people just rejected. Like, does that make sense? Like, I've never seen like an evolving technology emerge. Everybody's like, oh, dude, that's the future. But wait, we don't want it. That has never happened in the history of humanity, at least as far as I understand. So it's probably not going to happen this time either. You know? So we'll see. I'm along for the ride, man. I think it's going to be cool. I'm interested in how we could put this into the content, you know? A lot of fun stuff we could be doing. A lot of fun that we could have here. So it'll be good. The Amish make their comeback? Don't call it a comeback, man. The Amish have never left. Don't call it a comeback. I'm 50-50 on it. What you mean? Deadpool, Wolverine, and Minecraft made $1 billion due to memes and viral moments. First Steps has none of that. Superman has some, which is partially why it's doing better. Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with you there. Yeah. Mr. Penguin 88 says, oh, and appreciate the 10, man. Thank you. Says, so is this a new thing that they have started doing where films do kind of bad domestically, where they only report just globally now and count that as a win? I actually think it's kind of the opposite. I think people are mostly reporting the domestic numbers and ignoring worldwide. Morphonaut says, if you had access to a 3D modeler, would you ever be interested in making your own Warhammer-inspired mini/merge if you didn't have to do much work? Of course, Morphonauts! And I want you to make Unity stuff too, bro. But I'm just crazy busy, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. Kendall says, FF is better, but DC won the battle. Looking sexy. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, so far, they seem to be winning, yeah. Mike Stanchill Porter says, has social media and YouTube changed general audience attitudes about going to the theaters? I think you might be right, Mike. I think that probably happened, man. Yep. I think that probably happened. James Gunn just said he's writing Superman sequel. Yeah, but didn't he also say it's not exactly a Superman sequel? Pretty sure he said that. No? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Guys, just so you know, I'm only going to hang for like 20 more minutes. The stream's just too messed up. I have to go figure this out. And there's like videos and stuff I got to work on too. We'll stream tomorrow. Probably. But I'm going to take some days off next week. I don't know what days. Like I'll probably stream Monday so we go over the numbers and hang. Maybe I'll take like Tuesday off next week. I'm not sure. But I have to figure this out. You know, I got Unity rolling again, but I got to figure that out. And I got to get these Warhammer videos made. The stream is actually crispy. It's crispy, but there's a few problems. The color, the color a little bit, the frame rate. Days? Look, you guys just have to trust the process, okay? There's going to be so much fun. We're going to have so much fun in the next couple of years. I'm not going anywhere. But I have to figure this shit out, man. There's shit that needs figured out. Gunn on IGN said he doesn't know who Batman will be. Yeah, I know. I heard about that shit. Like, they should stop with all that for sure. Like, just figure it out. The process didn't work. Well, that's because it's not finished, Carl. You know, you got to trust the process. It's a long process. Okay? Jeez. The positioning also. We are looking at you on the side. Yes, but that is... You kind of have to do that. You know, I could go like this when I need to. Oh, hi. Is this better? Full frontal? Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe I can move the cameras a little bit, but I need a, the problem is, what the fuck am I explaining it to you guys for? I know what the fuck I'm doing. Do you think this new AI feature will allow people to make an entire movie, or will that be limit? Eventually, it's not there yet. Eventually. What was the stream even about? What, today? I don't know. You know. I mixed lube into my toothpaste and now everything looks much better. Awesome. Very cool. This is it. The new camera angle. And you're going to like it. Or don't. I don't really care. Or don't. I don't care. What the fuck? It's all about film school, applying streaming. Yeah, 100%. What's happening with Unity, my guy? Well, basically, we are moving on to new artists. It's basically what it is. I have, hopefully, soon, the colorist is going to finish all the work that they were paid to do. And then we're going to get the new colorist in, and we're going to go from there. So, yeah. Show us around the den? Nah. No, thanks. You see those Topps Marvel mint boxes from SDCC? No, I didn't, to be honest. A lot of MTG stuff looks sick, though. Is that what you're talking about? No, you said Topps, huh? I feel like this screen is too far this way, though. Like, I need to be looking like here at least. That's tough. That's tough. We'll figure it out. Nuck says, been on vacay playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, getting ready for EVO 2025. You should do a watch along for the MVC2 finals. I mean, you beat Cyber Akuma, for God's sakes. That's true. That's true. I do like watching that game competitively, too. It is a really cool game. What's the guy's name? James Wan? He's like the best of the best? Or is that his name? I'm blanking on his name. There's the one dude, though, that's like the fucking goat of MVC2. I love watching him, dude. Love watching him do his thing. He doesn't compete as much anymore, though. Justin Wong, that's the guy. That's the guy, dude. That dude's got skills. Crazy skills. Bonanza is fun. Hell yeah. I mean, I've heard it's great. I can't justify getting a whole Switch 2 for it, but it does look good. Justin's cool, man. I like that dude. I like that dude. Mr. Soupy? All right. Cool Bear says, where is Shin? Is she safe? She's actually right here. She's under the desk. The problem is Endgame felt... Oh, yeah, I read that shit, bro. Studios should give discounts post on Superman? Word of mouth? I don't know what you mean there, brother. What? Am I missing something? I don't know what you mean there. Poor Shin? It'll be fine. You guys will be fine. Hey, is the audio still delayed, though, for real? I got to figure that out. I should be getting a better cord sometime today. So maybe I'll try that. And then I have to figure out the exposure. This is crazy. What a bummer. And I got to figure out how to be able to record. I got to record these clips, man. Yes, but I think it might be a GPU issue. Well, it's in the streaming. It's probably a combination of... Like, it could be a GPU issue, but it's also probably like a setting on Streamlabs or whatever, right? So, let me see here. Output, 8,000 bitrate. Keyframe interval is set to 2. It should probably be set to 0. The CPU usage preset is actually at ultra fast. Adam, what should I do? Separated by spaces. Scene cut 0? I don't know what that means. The recording is at 10,000 bitrate. Damn. That's cool. It's probably just a frame rate thing. We'll figure it out. Either I fix the frame rate thing or I can delay the mic a little bit or like make the... I can figure it out. Watch Warhammer videos? That'll fix it all? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. It's a data rate thing? A data rate thing. You mean from the camera? What do you mean? What you mean by that? What do you mean by that? The lower video quality? What? Watching Alien Earth pilot on the big screen 8? What? Where? Where's that at, brother? Where do I go to do that, man? Do you box? No. I've never really trained boxing. Although I think it, I'd like to try it. Boxing is a fine martial art, man. Boxing's pretty chill. Bro, check this out. This is crazy. Over 60 roads being shut down in Glasgow. The scene in question is supposed to be devastating story-wise. Marvel Studios isn't pulling their punches with this one. 60 roads. So this has got to be like Hulk freaking the fuck out, right? It's got to be. No, this is for Spider-Man 4. We've talked about this scene before. Alex has sort of teased a little bit of it. It's going to take over a month to shoot. They're trying to do it as practical as possible. It's one of the most ambitious sequences they've ever tried as far as action and all that. So I seen something about Scorpion Venom, but that's fake, right? Well, I mean, I just haven't seen it. I don't know if it's fake, but I've been a little checked out over the past couple of days, so I don't know, maybe. Punisher about to go crazy on the Hulk. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he probably will. Yeah, he probably will. This is going to be fun, man. I'm excited. Maybe after this break, after a year break, maybe, you know, Punisher, Hulk, Spider-Man, traditional Spider-Man, like all of us are going to go crazy for this shit. But I'm sort of like, is it going to tap into the zeitgeist, right? I hope so. I want it to. We'll see. Evo this weekend? I'd rather play some Warhammer, to be honest. What the? All right. Big explosion and Hulk smash. Yeah, maybe. F4 should have been longer. They should have had more space action sequences. The open with Galactus eating a planet. Memorable scenes to exploit social media. Love the movie, though. Yeah, I think there's probably some truth there, man. Could have been more spectacular, as the kids say. Let's see here. If I lean a little forward more like this, does that help it? I actually like the setup. I could potentially turn, like I could turn all these computers slightly. So that like I'm a little bit more like this. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of fun idea, John. That's kind of cool. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. If you could remind me. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. That is a cool idea, though. I just got here. What the fuck? Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Crazy. Oh, I just saw that. 2 to 3 months. Dude, I gotta. The 4K is so crazy. I have to get Windex and clean that shit. The back of the chair needs cleaned. This thing needs cleaned. I need cleaned. Crazy. Another Friday stream? Yeah, well, I took 2 days off this week, so I figured I owe you. I'm going to get this color stuff figured out by tomorrow for sure. Dirty in 4K? Yeah, maybe. I got to get some Warhammer in here to see how good that shit looks in 4K. I don't have any around me. Back to showering every day? Yeah, but you know what? I think they say you're not even supposed to do that. I don't even think you're supposed to shower every day. I think it's bad for you. Like it's the new gluten. Once a quarter is good? Hell yeah. And then 4 quarters get you $1, you know? Anyway, guys, sorry this stream sucked balls. But I was just hella distracted by everything that's not going right. But we'll fix it. We'll fix it. I think we're going to move this shit a little bit over here. I wonder how far I can go before it comes in. I don't know. What? Not gonna lie, I kind of cloud Galactus better than 2025 Galactus. I bet. Oh, that's definitely a take people have. I've seen that take everywhere. So, you're not alone. Still great to have a stream. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get it fixed. Tomorrow will be better. And then yeah, by next week we should be back rolling. Lots of content. I mean, part of the reason I did this, so yeah, real talk, man. The part of the reason that I did this was like, so the Clips channel's doing well, you know, and I think there's even content that we can take out of these streams, and it does pretty well on the main channel and the Clips channel or whatever. And I was like, you know, if we're gonna make a push and we're gonna actually try to get out there more, should probably look better. So that's what we're going to do. And there's a lot. And of course, I'm talking about all the Warhammer content. We got so much goddamn Warhammer content to make. I want to look good for my Warhammer fans. You know? You guys don't care. You don't care about me. Why is the Clips channel not linked with the main channel? I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? Hey, nice, dude. 1,000,000 views? Hell yeah. Where is the Warhammer content, though? Soon. Soon. Did we see Galactus from the head to toe at full size? What do you mean? In the movie? Yeah, I think so. Especially if you're in IMAX. I think some of the scenes got clipped or cropped or whatever. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. The Den of Nerds Network. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll steal that now. Not a planet eating size? Yeah, that's true. I just want to give you props. Your intro and outro music always fire. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Galactus was super underwhelming. F4 felt like a telephone game remake of The Incredibles. Ah, man, I totally disagree. I love the movie. But they certainly treat Galactus more as like he's basically just aura farming the whole time. And he's a threat not because he's physically going to like juke you out of your shoes, but like because you just can't stop him. So they tap into like the Terminator energy a little bit more with it, and I could really feel those vibes because like you literally just can't stop the Terminator, and he's unfeeling, has no compassion, You're not going to be able to reason with him. You know what I mean? It's just this unstoppable force. That's kind of what Galactus is. And I think maybe some people wanted him to, like, shoot beams out of his hand and, like, do crazy shit. It worked for me. Like, it worked for me where I was just like, oh, my fucking God. But, yeah. When is the 500-bet wiener announced? So, the end of both films' theatrical runs, which will be probably like 5-6 weeks from now, depending on how fast they take them out. Superman probably leave first because it came out first. A couple of weeks later, FF will leave, and then we'll know. I think it's going to be so close, dude. They might be within $5 million of each other when it's all said and done. I'm going to be so fucking mad if it's that close and I lose. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Do you have the bet in writing or on video? No, it was just on Twitter. And, like, legitimately, Brandon is acting like he has no idea what it is. And he doesn't even know who I am. But it's like, okay, so you, even if that were true, you made a bet with a rando on Twitter? I think you don't remember? Like, I don't know. If I make a $500 bet, I'm going to remember. You know? So. Maybe I'll just act like I don't know who he is. I'll just be like, Brandon who? What? 500 what now? I don't know what you're talking about. Good reason not to pay. Pretending to be shocked. That'll be so funny. Yeah. No handshake, no deal. Let's go, Brandon. No. That was very 2018 of you. Yes, Tom, that is him. Yes, accurate. How would you fix the theater going experience? I wish it was normal to hang out at the theater afterwards and discuss it with strangers. Yeah, something like that would be good. I don't know. I mean, I've never really, like, sat down to really think about that, like, ideate, but, I liked watching the Avatar trailer in theaters. That was cool. Theater exclusive. It did get leaked and all that, but, like, still, theater exclusive. That was pretty cool. So, maybe something like that. Theater should let you touch people when you get anxious. 100%. 100%. That's how we fix the problem. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a way to solve the problem, you know? I just don't think they're being creative enough. Y'all good, Josh? Just want to check in on my guy. Thank you for... No, I'm cool. I'm good. I wish I was playing a little bit more Warhammer, you know? But other than that, I'm good. How long can Pedro play Reed for? I don't know. He's pretty stretchy. Here's my free member chat at no cost to help pay for the new camera. Now, for now money, looking crispy. By the way, live post. Soup and F4 is good. Love them. Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. If you watch Demon Slayer and you're aware of the movie coming out in September, I believe Demon Slayer will make more money than F4 and Superman. Jesus. That would be nuts. The day that shit happens, I'm full ass pivoting into anime. I don't think it's going to happen, but it is potentially the biggest movie ever in Japan, which is crazy. Did like 100 million in Japan already. Phew. Phew. Let's get really nerdy and talk about the Terminus Decree. Well, I'll say this about the Terminus Decree. Who the fuck do these Grey Knights think they are? You know? Like, they think they're just going to roll up, cut through all these custodies. Like, they better have something in that box, man. It's got to be more than a plan. Because how are they going to deal with the Sisters of Silence? It doesn't even make sense. Like, the palace is full of blanks. What the fuck? Big Time Objective says, I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald hashtag Superman. Get the fuck out of here. I've had enough. I had enough of this Superman. Y'all DC fans are fucking crazy, dude. Y'all got like a 7 out of 10 movie that people do love. I love it as well, okay? Don't get me wrong. But you all got like a 7 out of 10 movie to start your whole entire franchise. The guy running the thing is so obsessed with his own shit. He's putting 100 universes into Peacemaker Season 2. Okay? You got fucking Peacemaker, Goobly Glob Creature Commandos, and you got a 7 out of 10 Superman movie. Not even the best Superman movie, not even the best James Gunn movie. And y'all are acting real high and mighty. It's fucking crazy. And to be honest, it's pretty obnoxious. Like, it's fine. Like, we love y'all. But I'd pump the brakes. You know what I mean? Like, I guess we'll see. Supergirl and Clayface are for sure going to do better. So you guys are good to go. And I'm going to be real fucking nice about it. Creature Commandos was way better than Superman. Wow. That's a take. And to be honest, you sound salty. What? Me? Me? E2? Leon, didn't you say you weren't coming in more streams and all that, but you're in here for that one? Don't you got to get going? This is the Den of Nerds, not the Den of Marvel. What the fuck? Supergirl hot. True. DC should be more concerned why Superman isn't doing at least double what F4 did. Yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, that's probably fair. Anyone going to see Naked Gun this weekend? It looks really fun. The reviews are crazy strong too. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard for us to get to get out there. But it looks like it'll be good. Ooh, Spider-Man new suit will be revealed tomorrow. Whoa, that'll be huge, man. We gotta have this shit fixed so we could make more content tomorrow, man. I don't agree with that. Everyone is saying superhero fatigue is only Marvel's fault. DC made a... That's true. That's true. Doesn't matter. All this a new DC. Fair point. That's a fair point. Going to see it, not gonna lie, it looks great. It does look great, man. New suit in Rivals. LOL, I'm calling it. Hey, Leon, didn't you have somewhere to be? Aren't you on a vacation or sabbatical or some shit? Nicholas says, what's up, Josh? I love the new setup. Thank you. More of that. You like F4 or Superman better? Thank you for the question. I prefer Fantastic Four. What about you, bud? I like F4. Oh, my God. Awesome. You think people are glazing Superman because they wanted it to be good so badly? Maybe a little bit, man. It's a fun movie. I'll be honest. Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw a bone to these Superman fans. Okay? If I were a DC fan, and like basically we haven't had our shit together since Nolan, maybe a little early Snyder, I would latch on to a pretty decent James Gunn Superman movie too. I'd fucking gaslight you all and glaze that shit to high heaven. If I was that hardcore of a DC fan, I'd probably be doing the same thing. Okay? So let's just be fair. FF wasn't a fun movie in my opinion. It's fun if you go in with the attitude that you're going to have fun no matter what. It's fun if you find the stresses of being a father and breadwinner palpable. It's fun if you're over the age of 35 and things begin to ache. Yeah. I'm a hardcore DC fan. I am not doing that. It's true. It's true. It's not all DC fans. I know. You're right. Wait a minute. Is this the triggering? Did we get him? Always. That's my secret, bro. I'm always triggered. That's my secret. Trev hates F4, though. No, I think he liked both movies, but he thinks they're both mid. I think. Galactus smelling that dirt, though? Let me see. That smells good, man. That's good. Oh, shit. That's nice. Just got out of Superman? Fucking why? Like you walked out? My man. Good job. I loved both. F4 was a far superior of a movie. I mean, I agree. I agree. I agree. Galactus sniffing the Earth was peak. Hell yeah, dude. Don't y'all ever like land on an unknown planet and want to smell that shit? You need to get yourself an Elgato prompter so you can look at the camera while monitoring the stream stuff. Why would I want to look at the camera? Would that really be better for you? Like if it's like this the whole time? I don't want to look at you. No one wants eye contact with Josh. I think it's that they can't handle it, Adam. Like Lionel Johnson, you know? They can't look me in my eye. Would you rather know all the scoops or know absolutely nothing about a Marvel movie, just like the title? I don't know. I'm probably good either way. You know? Josh, I stare at you all night. Cool. Speaking for yourself, my wife saw the stream and said differently. I don't know what that means. I think that's an autism thing. What the fuck? I don't see any Warhammer stuff in the back. I know that's well. There's the sword over by Doom. That's a Warhammer sword. That's a Warhammer painting. The Dark Angels down there. But you're right. We need more Warhammer stuff. How do we get more? Maybe we get Galactus the fuck out of here. Oh yeah, the eye contact thing. Yeah, maybe. You should set up your old camera off to the side that you can stare into for dramatic effect. I thought about that, although I might let Elisa use that other camera. We'll see. I also thought about having a more zoomed out shot. Maybe behind my back. You know, like a booty cam. Couldn't the same thing be said about F4? LOL, seems like Marvel fans wanted to win. Marvel is back part 3, even though it's been called boring by some. Couldn't it be the same thing be said about Marvel fans? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're trying to say, and it's possible. I would argue a lot more people were ready to dismiss Fantastic Four, and a lot of people were surprised. So a lot of the reports I saw, a lot of the reviews were like, it's, you know, another Marvel thing. I was ready for this to blah, 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 but I loved it, you know, and shit like that. Although I guess that's true of DC too. Probably a lot of people ready to do that. I think both movies have a freshness to them, but I don't think you can duplicate the newness and the freshness of a literally whole new universe, right? So Superman kind of has that caked in. Fantastic Four did not. But yeah. Foot cam incoming? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I know, dude. It's crazy. What about the cake? Yeah. Why is the new camera angle jarring? I don't know. Is it jarring to you? The new setup is looking good, but the dirt on your glasses is now visible. And you seem wider in frame. Seem wider in frame. Interesting. Okay. Yes, yes. 100%. How is it jarring? That universe was great. People work together and like each other. Wild. I know, right? Crazy. Crazy! Yeah. I mean, I like this. I might adjust it slightly, but like I like this. Like I'm pretty comfortable with this, to be honest. Yeah. And you guys will get used to it. I'm more worried about the color, a little bit of focus stuff, maybe like pull it in just slightly, like just a little bit, like come here, just come here, just a little bit, like that. But otherwise, I like it, you know. Frame rate, color issue, maybe a slight framing change. Yeah. What is this goofy camera angle? Brother, your name's Patty Poop. Like you're literally Patty Poop, my brother. Like you're a guy coming up with screen names and thinking Patty Poop is a way to go. Like that's you. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like you can't say shit about a camera angle. Hi, I'm Patty Poop. What the fuck is this camera angle? Josh, get yourself an Elgato prompter so you can monitor the stream while looking at the camera. Oh, I saw your chat there, Santa. I don't know why we would need that. Like a prompter's crazy. You're a teleprompter? A teleprompter. So what? I have chat on a teleprompter, so I'm looking at like this. I'm reading chat from the teleprompter? Tribal Chief says, I like F4 more than Superman is a more entertaining movie, was embraced by social media, the memes, how the cast comes off, Pedro versus Vanessa, etc., etc. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably something to do with it for sure. Den of Patty's poop, yeah. Peacemaker 2 looks nuts, dude. Peacemaker 2, dude, it looks nuts, bro. Peacemaker. I think Peacemaker's like one of it's probably like the dumbest shit I've ever seen in the modern comic book era. I just think it's so funny that like Gunn's like, you know what I'm gonna do? Connected to my silly ass show. Now, to be fair to him, it kind of worked because I think viewership did go up like 100% on Peacemaker, but that's not really that hard when like nobody's watching that shit, you know? Like, oh, you know what's canning? My goofy ass show. Oh, right. Okay, cool. It has hearts. Oh, I'm sure it does. Yeah. The scene where the big skull robot alien thing looks nuts. Oh, dude, that sounds so crazy. Man, you guys are so wild. You guys are so crazy. I don't get enough credit for dealing with all of you all the time. Now, I know you deal with me, and that's probably tough too, but holy shit. Number 1 overall is Bluey. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh my God, Patty Poop. Just still going. Parker Thwip says, pivoting combo, the Lost Primarchs are a cool idea. Not sure how much lore is out there, but it'd be awesome if the live action stuff explored them or brought them back. Maybe some potential stuff there. Yeah. The Lost Primarchs are cool, but it's one of those things where, like, I've heard a lot of fans explain it this way. It's a secret that's so well set up that almost no answer is going to be, like, no answer is going to live up to the mystery at this point. So it's almost better if they just never do it. But I don't know. I mean, so in one of the custodies, I think it was their codex in 9th, it does discuss the fact that they might have one of the Primarchs, I think 11, in the black cells underneath Terra. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's a cool part of it, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think everybody's gonna hate it, whatever they do. I like the new camera setup and can't wait for brand new day. Hell yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you. I mean, it's different, you know, I get it. It's different. People don't like change and all that shit, but I'm going to tweak it a little bit more, but I'm generally happy with it. I mean, this is going to be the new look. This is going to be the new look, ladies and gentlemen. And you will deal with it. And you will enjoy yourself. Okay, I gotta go. I must go. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You look like a full-time streamer for a change. I'm proud. Yeah, but we got to skip a couple more streams. You know what I mean? But thank you. Why Sanguinius the best? I mean, you know, he's literally got angel wings, killed a titan on his own after beating a demon, I think. Or was it the other way around? I don't know. Sanguinius is awesome, man. He is the kindest, best fighter, best foresight. He's a glorious hawk boy, man, you know? The best of the best. Best of the best. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. We're going to figure it out. We're going to tweak the setup just a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And it'll be better tomorrow. All right, everybody. Much love. Appreciate you. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Leave. How do I get this to stream in 4K? What the fuck? What's up with this stupid ass delay anyway? There's fucking colors. Damn. Yeah, and Adam's not helping out, you know. He's supposed to help me on this shit. Anyway. We'll figure it out. Hey, appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. We'll be back, hopefully to more of a regular thing tomorrow. Yeah, it should be good. Well, I'll tweak it a little bit more today, and you have to stream 5 days a week for YouTube to let you stream in 4K. Oh man, damn. Right on. All right, everybody. Appreciate you guys. A lot of more cool stuff soon. Just chill. More stuff soon. Remember, Street? We'll come back next week on that, man. We'll come back next week on that. I just got a lot of stuff we're tweaking. Yeah, a lot of stuff we're tweaking. All right, everybody. I'll see y'all soon, okay? Take care, man. Do me a favor, though. Open up your third eye. What the fuck is this fucking stupid ass fucking stupid shit? And wash out your stinky butthole.